the history of AI. As I mentioned, 1956 is when it was first invented. A lot of people don't realize there's actually been multiple waves, ebbs and flows of AI as far as a lot of adoption and then drop off. In the beginning, not to go too deep here, but the first wave of AI was really around explicit rules and logic. So programmers were actually writing how the AI had to behave. As you can imagine, there was a lot of friction there as far as all the different use cases you'd have to program. The second big wave, which really tied into where we're at today, was the dot-com era. So as I mentioned, these AIs are trained on all the historical internet data. So the dot-com era produced big data that now they could use to fuel these AI engines to build very strong models. Also in that same second wave, there's some big breakthroughs as far as training models around using GPUs versus CPUs. Those two combined is what really accelerated the big hype cycle that we're in now, which really pushed a lot of investment, a lot of people realizing how powerful AI was actually going to be. And then the third wave, which is where we're at today, and which is by far the most important, is a couple different breakthroughs. One is around GANs, so generative adversarial networks. So it's a way of getting the AI to kind of question itself to build better answers. The second one is around transformers. Not to go too technical here, but what they did was they figured out it is a predictive algorithm. So they figured out how to get the AI to actually predict the next word using attention. So that it was actually predicting reasonable outputs rather than just nonsense. Those two together, pretty much everything that's here has really kind of formed to where we're at today, where now it's just exponential growth. As you can see in this chart on the right, this is the number of research papers that are being poured into the ML AI space right now. So without a doubt, yes, it has been around since 1956, but right now we're in this massive curve up as far as how fast AI is moving and how much investment and research is going into it. So to kind of put that into a like a depiction here is that back in January of 2022, a classic like LLM, a large language model, these AI systems could handle about 8 pages of data. So still very revolutionary as far as you could give it, an 8 page report and have the AI summarize that into, 10 bullet points, 20 bullet points, any sort of format you want. Fast forward to today, many of the large language models, the leading foundational models, can handle well over 500 pages in their context windows at once. So what that means is that without any sort of RAG algorithm or any sort of semantic search, you could just take a 500-page book, drop it into the AI, and then have the AI summarize 10 bullet points for every chapter of that book. And how fast it does it is almost instantaneous. So very, very powerful as far as how fast AI is moving. And again, we're just still at like the infancy stage as far as all the new breakthroughs that are coming out.